Go to products. So we're talking about products. That's what the business is selling. Yes or no?
Yeah.
But what's the relationship between products and marketing? So product is part of the marketing mix. And what are marketing mix? The elements in the design a business must have to meet up with the needs and wants of customers. Those elements that the business must put into place so that the needs and wants of customers are met. That is what marketing mix is about. So part of the marketing mix are the products we're talking about here. We have the 4 P's. We have the product, the place, the price, and promotion. So all these elements need to be put in together. They have to be mixed together to meet up with customer needs and wants. So we start with products. Let's go down, please. Yeah, the marketing mix. Like I said, a good marketing strategy is one that meets customer needs. This means that a business must, 1, design a product, design and produce high quality products. It's important for customers. So customers, they want quality products, yes or no? So it is important for a business to design a product. And when we talk about design, it has to be attractive to customers. Yeah. That is what design is about. It has to be attractive to customers. And not only being attractive here, it has to be of quality too. So that is product and design, production and design. The second point is affordable price. Products must be designed in a way that customers will be able to buy them. Do you get the point here? So they said, charge a price that is acceptable to consumers, affordable. Price must be affordable for customers. Let consumers know about products through promotion. Customers need to be aware about the product. It's just like you producing good skin here. What happens? The air conditioning. Nobody has the remote here. Shall we move on, please? Yes. So the products, the marketing mixers also needs to be talking about before the interpret. I said our products, you can produce a product here in this class, but nobody knows what is happening outside there. Yes. So you need to let customers be aware that, oh, in this class, oh, this business has a product. That is promotion. Is it clear? Yes. And the last point here is make products available in the right place at the right time. It needs a channel of distribution. So as soon as you produce the product here, it has to reach customers' convenience. If not, you're not going to sell. And if your product doesn't get to the customers, you're not talking about production, because there's no production until it gets to the final consumer. Do you get it? Yeah. So all these 4 things are marketing mix that will make customers be happy with our business. So we start. He said, this is called the marketing mix. I said that already. So we go to product development. What is product development? He said, product development is a continuing process for many businesses. New products are needed to replace those that are out of date. They are also needed to gain a competitive edge in the market. In some industries, product development is a very lengthy process. For example, we don't go in deep. Let me just explain product development. When we talk about product development, it doesn't only mean that you are creating new products. It also means that you are trying to update the old ones by finding ways in which customers will still always want to buy them. That is product development. So don't think product development means you are creating new products. It also means a way of updating the old ones, the existing ones, sorry. Don't use old, use existing ones. Do you get the point? Yeah. That is product development. Then, how do we develop our products? 1, generating ideas. Ideas for new products may come from business owners, customers, competitors, staff, and research and development, R&D. Ideas might also result from time spent analyzing the products of rivals. A business might try to copy or adapt or improve upon the best feature of the rival's product. So one of the ways in which you can develop your product is to generate ideas. And when you talk about generating ideas, there's no limitation to generating ideas. You can gather information. You can generate ideas from your competitors. Do you get the point here? Yeah. You can copy some things from your competitors. You get information from customers. You get information from your employees. Owners also can come up with ideas. So any which way, you need to gather information to be able to develop your product, either a new one or improving the existing ones. Do you get the point here? Do you understand? Yes. Generating ideas. So ideas can be generated through competitors, through employees, through businesses themselves, and even the environment we have.
Yeah.
Clear, right? The second point, analysis. Once a list of product ideas has been drawn up, there's need to analyze each one closely. A business must decide whether products are marketable, technically possible, a suitable fit with the current portfolio, and legal. So as soon as we generate these ideas, we're not just going to use them immediately. We have to put them in order. We have to try to juxtapose if, oh, this idea is going to be marketable. Are we sure that this idea will make money? Are we going to be able to sell with this idea? What information are we able to gather with this information, with these ideas? Are these ideas legal? Are we sure we're not doing something that is unethical, coming up with this kind of idea? So this is analyzing. Do you understand analyzing here?
Yeah.
Monet, are you sure you are with me? Okay. The third point, development. When we talk about development, we said this might be a lengthy stage and could involve carrying out experiments, using simulations, building models, producing samples, and initial testing. Frequent changes and modifications in design might be a necessary part of this process. Now that we've come up with different ideas, and we feel that these ideas are marketable, and we are not committing crimes using these kind of ideas about production. So the next thing is how we will develop the products. Do we need to make samples? Do we need to do market testing? We need to test on the market, or what do we have to do? We don't launch the product immediately. What's that with you? Sure, okay. We don't launch the product immediately. Do you get my point? We don't launch the product immediately. We can sample the product by getting customers to get feedback from customers. So that's why we have to test run the market. That is about development. Do you understand development here?
Test marketing is the next point.
Yes. So as soon as you develop it with that sample, what do? You don't just launch them, like I said. You test on it. You try to get customer feedback, specific customers. You get feedback from them, then you use it to generalize your production. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And as soon as that is done, we now commercialize it. What is commercialization? Launching, trying to sell.
Yeah.
So now you have to make revenue from it. As soon as you have passed all the stages of product development. Any question about that? Finally, at each stage of development process, a number of product ideas are likely to be rejected. However, the number of rejections will tend to fall sharply at each stage. So as soon as you're passing each stage, some of the ideas will be rejected, and definitely they're going to be rejected. Not all ideas will work. So each stage will have its own what do we call it? Its own criticism. Its own criticism. You're going to get the advantages at each stage, the disadvantages at each stage. So if the advantages at each stage is more than the disadvantages, you move on. You take off the disadvantages, you move on with the advantages. So every stage you have your contribution. So it depends. That's why we have different experts that goes into the production process. They need experts so that they can use their own ideas, their experience to say, oh, we should do it this way. When we did it this way the last time, this is what we got. So we can improve on these things. So that's what the point is saying there. So each stage, different ideas will be dropped. New ideas might come in before we get to the final stage, which is launching. Any points about that?
No.
So we talk about products. Products could be goods or services. That is the point. So the goods and services produced by businesses are called products. I think it's clear.
Yeah.
These products can be split into different categories. For example, some businesses supply consumer goods, which are goods that are for consumers. We buy them and use them immediately. And some businesses produce producer goods. These are goods that are made, that are purchased to be resold. Do you get the point here?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's about product and service. Any question about that? So as soon as the product is made, you can't just give out the product because it's not going to, you need to package the product based on your brand. So as soon as the product is available, then the next thing is packaging, wrapping it up, wrapping it with your brand, with your logo.
Yeah.
So this is one aspect of product is packaging. Businesses should consider packaging carefully. This is because consumers often link the quality of packaging with the quality of the product itself. So sometimes when you look at the product, you feel like this product doesn't have quality based on the look of it. So customers, they check the first impression. The first impression they give to a product is based on the package. So they link how attractive the package is with the quality the product might have. That is the point they are making here. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
Customers link a product based on how attractive it is to the quality the product might have. So that is why it's important for businesses to carefully package their products. Do you get the point? Do you get the point, please?
Yes.
Any question about that? So there are factors that will influence the choice of packaging. So what are those things that we put into consideration when we are packaging our products? The first one is protection. So how fragile is that product? Because as soon as we make the product has to go on transit. Yes or no? It has to be distributed, and that is transit. So if you don't package it well, it might be destroyed before getting to the final destination. Then nobody's going to buy.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, protecting. So one of the advantages of packaging is to protect the products. Is it clear?
Yeah.
I've said two things here. Packaging is about protecting the product, and also it's one of the factors that we have to put into consideration when we are making the products. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
The second point is the environment. It said materials use should be minimized, and when possible, packaging should be recycled. When you are using packaging, should also be what? So that we don't waste materials.
Mhm.
You should think about packaging that can be recycled. That's the point they're making there. Is it clear?
Yes.
The third point is cost effectiveness. The weight and shape of packaging should not be too bulky to keep production and distribution costs down. How much more your package is will determine how cost it is. So don't make your package so big to the extent that you're going to spend so much on it. So a light package, but a light and effective package is better than a bulky and costly package. Listen to what I just said here. A light and effective package is better than a bulky and costly package. So don't say because we have to make light package, you make it not effective. It has to be of quality. It has to be effective. But don't make your package, don't waste so much money on packaging. That is the point.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
The fourth point, information, labels, the content of the product has to be part of your packaging. Customers, when they take the product, they want to check the contents. Oh, Dajla, what does Dajla has? They want to check.
Yeah.
So there's the package. Do you understand the point there? Information. Then the design. It has to be appealing to customers. It has to be attractive to them. If not, they might not be buying from you. Any question about that?
Yeah.
The last point is convenience. It should be easy to handle. How you handle your products. It should be light, and it's not going to be like, oh, I can't just buy this because of how big it is. It must be easily handled. That is the point. Convenience. Is it clear?
Yes.
It's not going to be like you have to stress yourself to open it. You have to spend a whole time or a whole effort to open a package. So that's the point about factors that has to be put into consideration for packaging. Notes. It starts with products, but there's not going to be product without packaging. Packaging brings out the quality of the product. That is the point. Any question about that? No. So we move on. Product life cycle. When we talk about product life cycle, we're talking about different stages that a product will reach before it gets to saturation. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
It's a product life cycle. So you can buy the product today. The product can be made today, but how long is it going to last? That is what we're talking about, the life cycle.
Mhm.
So it's a marketing may be more effective if business understand the product life cycle. This shows the level of sales at different stages through which the product passes over time. And each year, what happens with your product? So the first stage of product life cycle is development. This stage, you are just trying to make the product. You're not going to sell the product at that point in time. It's development. So during the development stage, sales are zero. This is because the product is being researched, designed, and tested. So at this point, you are trying to make the product available. You are trying to bring up the product to the taste based on the ideas you have generated. Now, as soon as the product is done, the next thing is you introduce the product. So for the introduction process, you might launch it immediately. That is official launching of the product. So what is the next stage? As soon as you are launching the product, when you want to launch a product, you need to think about the kind of marketing pricing strategy you have to use. Are you getting my point here?
Yes.
When you are launching a product, you need to think about a pricing strategy to use. But the best pricing strategy you could use is price penetration. Charging a lower price to attract more customers. And as soon as you have customers understand how your product works, you can increase the price.
This is skimming. Price skimming.
No, price skimming is charging higher prices for your new products.
Oh, it's the other. Yes.
Do you understand price penetration here?
Yes.
Penetrating pricing means you are charging a lower price for a new product to gather more customer audience. You can increase it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
For example, maybe some few years back, I might say, okay, for a class, it is maybe 40 dinars. Yeah, for you to know my job, then as soon as you know who I am, I would say, okay, it's 100 dinars. Did you get the point?
Yes.
So we go to growth. As soon as you are able to gather more demands or more customers, the business sales will start increasing. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So if a product is successful, sales will start to grow. If the line of the product life cycle is very steep, this shows that sales are growing sharply. The business will now get increased revenue and begin to recover the cost of development. Costs are likely to fall and the product will start to make profit towards the end of this stage. So for that stage of growth, this is where you start recovering the amount of money you've spent in developing the product. That is if your product is successful. Do you get the point? That stage, your sales will start increasing because customers now trust your product. They really want to buy your product. They believe your product is better than those of your competitors. Then you start increasing more sales. Sales will start increasing. By so doing, you start generating profit.
You exceed the break-even point.
Yeah, you exit break-even. Yes. Then the next stage in the product life cycle is maturity and saturation. At maturity, your sales will not stop, but it won't be like as it used to be. You won't be expecting more revenue from sales of your product at maturity. So your revenue might stay the same way it was. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
So you're not expecting increase in your revenue anymore.
To reach the maximum.
Yes, to reach the maximum. At that point in time, little by little, you get saturated. The market for that product becomes saturated. At saturation, you have to start thinking about marketing extension strategies. You have to start thinking about extension strategies. You get my point, please?
Yeah.
So at that point in time, that your sales is just constant, stagnant, you are getting to saturation. So when you get to saturation, you don't expect potential customers anymore from that market. You start thinking about extension strategies like changing location, taking the products to new customers. Get my point here?
Yeah.
At saturation, your product is not expected to be sold the same way it used to be selling. So you start thinking about how to extend the life cycle of this product. Is it repackaging? Maybe you could repackage is an extension strategy. Maybe to start to think about a new market for the product.
Mm-hmm.
That means you are looking for new customers for the product. You are taking the product away from Tripoli to maybe Benghazi, where nobody buys such product before.
Or even still internationally.
Yeah, it's possible. Yes, it's still an extension strategy.
Yeah.
That's a new market also, either locally or internationally. Do you get the point there?
Yes.
So at saturation is what? When a business will start thinking about extension strategies. Clear? At decline, no more sales. At decline, there's no what? No more sales. So you have to say sales of many products decline and they eventually taken off the market. This is because consumer taste change. New technology emerges or new products appear in the market. So as a business, before your product gets to decline, it is important for you to understand the market itself. What is happening? Are we having new cost or new businesses setting up in this market? If they are, what can I do as a business? Do I have to repackage my product? Because when you repackage your, sometimes you need to repackage your product, because when you repackage your products, customers might feel that there's something new in the content of your product. And that might extend the life cycle of your product. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
Any question about it? So we have the point, we have the graph here from development to introduction to growth, where you have higher sales. Then saturation, it stays somewhere for maturity and saturation, then it declines. You start looking for a new product. The product is off the market. Any question about that?
Yes.
Any question, please?
No.
So go to extension strategies. So what are extension strategies? Extension strategies are ways in which a business can maintain the life cycle of the product. Methods which you can use as a business to maintain the life cycle of your product. Do you understand what extension strategy is?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what are the examples of extension strategies? Number one, finding new markets for existing products. You get the first point here?
Yes.
Finding new markets for existing products. That's the first point. Like selling abroad, as you said. Two, finding new uses for your products. So here, this product, what can we use this product for aside what we are using it for right now? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Start thinking about that. That's going to be through research and development. The third point, modifying the products. Modifying it, improve on it.
For example, Apple making a new iPhone every year.
Yeah, like there's iPhone X, there's X Max, there's they are modifying. Do you get the point then?
Yeah.
Develop the product range. Start thinking about segmentation. Do you understand? The next one, change the appearance, repackage it. The last one is encourage more frequent use of the product. You encourage more use of the product. Give lectures about it. Talk about your product. Let customers understand why it's important to always buy such product. You encourage them to always buy. So these are different ways in which the life of a product can still extend. Clear? Any question up to now?
No.
So go to managing and reviewing the product portfolio. So this is where we have our product portfolio. I think it came out in exams, right?
What's the point? No.
Uh-huh.
The business exam.
Yeah, matrix.
It's the one.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
No, okay. All right, here we go to
What's the matrix?
both the matrix.
Yeah, there was a define what is the what's the
Oh, yes.
You want to speak out now? All right, yes. So we go. Yeah, it's okay. Let's go to product portfolio, okay? Yes, I'm going to explain everything. Don't worry about that. We'll explain it. Are you with me, guys?
Yeah.
So go to product portfolio. When talking about product portfolio, we're talking about different products that the business are producing. Do you get the point? Different kinds of products that the business is producing. They said the range of products that the business currently has available on the market is called the product portfolio. So what do you do with your products? You have products A, B, C, and D in the market. So you don't just leave them like that. You need to measure. You need to know how they are doing in the market. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So when you are measuring how they do in the market, you are measuring product A with the competitors of product A. You are measuring product B with the competitors of product B. You're measuring product D with the competitors of product C and D. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
So to measure it, you use the Boston matrix. Do you understand? So how are your products faring in that market? So that's where we have our Boston matrix. So we have the market share and the market growth. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So for the market share, we have high market share, we have low market share. For the market growth, we have high market growth, low market growth. Do you understand?
Yes.
So the Boston matrix is divided into two, based on market share and the growth and the market. There are two things, they are not the same. So for stars, why do we call them stars? They said they are stars because they are valuable products for a business. You have to say stars are valuable products for a business. They have high market share and also have potential growth. Look at the stars here. they have high market share, and they have what? High market growth. Do you understand what the point is here? High and high. That's the start. That means your product is doing well in a market that is growing. Listen, your product is doing well in a market that is growing. Any question about start?
Yeah. No.
Then we go to cash cow. Why do we call it a cash cow? We call it a cash cow because the product is mature and it's having what? They said they have a market share, but in a low market, a market that has a low potential growth. Do you understand the point?
So
It's a cash cow.
maturity.
Yeah, the product is the maturity. The product has reached that stage, but the market itself is not growing anymore. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
The product itself is selling well, is doing well in the market, is having a good market, is having a high market share. But in that market, there's no potential growth in that market anymore. Cows have high growth market share and high growth rate. Cash cows, they have high market share in a market that has a low potential growth. Any question about that?
No.
Then go to question mark. We call them question mark because they are in a market that has a potential, they are in a market that the market share is high, but they are not growing themselves. So there's a question there. Do you get the point I'm making here or not?
So what, they said that they have low market share.
Yeah, in the market that is growing. The market is growing, but why is it that this business, this product is not selling in a market that is growing? That's why it's a question mark. Do you get why it's a question mark?
Yeah.
It's a problem child. We call it a problem child. Do you get it? Because something is wrong with it. This product is supposed to be selling based on the potentials the business has, the market has for the product, but the product is not selling. So it has what? Low market share in a market that has a potential to grow. Low market share in a potential market. That is question mark. Then we have the dog. The dog has the potential to be a star if more investment is done. Do you get the point? It is a dog. Why is it a dog? They said it has a low market share in a low market, a market that has low potential. So normally this business, this product is trying to do what it can do, but its potentials are not there. The potentials are not living up to expectation because the market is not allowing it. So the product has the potential to do well, but it's in a market that is in a market that is not doing well. Do you understand? So that's why it's there. It could have done better, but the market itself is not growing. Do we understand
They
it?
have a low market share and it's not likely to grow anymore.
Do you understand? So the best solution for such products is to replace them because they cannot exceed this revenue. Any question about that? Shall we move on? Okay, I will have questions now. So let's read together. We said the first stage in the product life cycle is what? Development. Thank you. Question 2. In the Boston matrix, a product with a low market share but a high potential for growth is called question mark. So the third question: which of the following is an example of a service sold to businesses? Service. Office cleaning. Yes. Office cleaning. Yes. The next one: which of the following is an element of the marketing mix?
Price.
Price. Thank you. So that ends chapter
36.
36.